Hi, I'm Christopher Walker with Closely Observed Literature. This is a very brief review of both Flesh and Not, a set of essays by David Foster Wallace. The title essay refers to Roger Federer, who is something of an enigma, an amazing tennis player who doesn't seem quite human when he's on the court. There's something about him that you don't expect. I mean, if you know tennis as well as Foster Wallace did, you don't expect a human to be able to do the things that he does with a tennis racket and ball. That was a fascinating piece as far as I was concerned. I really enjoyed it. I'm not a big fan of tennis myself, but Foster Wallace is able to get your interest. The other essays, I think these essays kind of came about when Foster Wallace had already passed away, and I think that there was a certain aspect here of going through his back catalogue and looking for things that hadn't already been put into a book. Now, that's not to say that they shouldn't be read. They definitely should. His piece about Terminator 2, for instance, and what it meant for Hollywood and for movies is just as relevant now as it was when it was written. But there's nothing in here with the impact of, for example, Consider the Lobster or A Supposedly Fun Thing I'll Never Do Again. There were books or articles or long-form articles of his that have been published elsewhere. There's nothing quite of that magnitude here. It is still worth a read, but I would say that at this stage it's more kind of for the completists amongst the David Foster Wallace entourage, fan camp, or whatever you want to call it. I enjoyed it, but like I say, it didn't hit me quite as much as some of the other things did.